Here we go.
Yep.
I think we're good.
G'day, folks. Hopefully we're good. We'll just do some checks in the background. But yeah, look, it's 0-0 here. There's probably been 5 minutes gone. Well, actually 6 minutes gone in the Senior Shield final between White Star and Westport at Victoria Square. The score is 0-0. To be honest, where you're looking right now is pretty much where the game's been played, in between the White Star 22 and the halfway. Pretty much all the play's been in there. One penalty to Westport is it. That is all at the moment. Teams were, as what has been said on Facebook, if you've been looking at that. What Westport just not back then at all. Yep, totally agree with that, Phil Grafton. So one penalty each way here, both for offsides early. Again, 7 minutes gone, no score. Sam Jope looking for the touchline. To be honest, folks, has just been a very settling period for both sides. No one has sort of created any dominance. There hasn't been any line breaks. There hasn't even been really too many shots put on thus far. Genuine seems like there's been a bit of nerves, and something's going to have to open up the game soon. 8 minutes gone, Victoria Square. Anthony Ellis throwing in the line out. This is the third line that he's thrown, one each way. That's great. That is a good line out. At the back, Rowan Nielsen taken well by Josh Beveridge. Gruff Thomas, very good defensive first five. That is a very good tackle by Nathan Palmer, who was in a little bit of doubt with a sore ankle. Tane Forsyth's taken that ball. Great hit from Caleb Harvilli. Whoever's gone in there and tried to get that ball, you just got to remember that's a ruck, lads. Dylan Rusbatch now taking the ball, needing some good defence in the midfield. Looking to play the ball now is Josh Beveridge at halfback. There is an advantage. That'll be a penalty advantage, and you'll be looking. He will do. He enjoys this. He enjoys that. That is very. He does that a lot. 3 times I think he scored tries like that this year. There's a penalty, and he'll take it quick. Looking like it out the side, knock on there, but they'll come back for a penalty for a high tackle. Believe it was Mitiali Kulingabeki on Ben Pratt, straight out in front. You would suggest that the messages are, let's take the 3 points. Let's take the 3 points and get a lead here. This is the first time we've been down here, and I'm picking that's what Captain Sam Jope's done. He has. So what's happened there, folks, is that this is the first time that White Star have been over their side of half, over into the Westport territory in the match. They were given a penalty. Josh Beveridge, very quick at doing that. Does a wee knock on at the end and takes a tap, and there you go. You got 10 metres, fill your boots, son. And it was actually a really good tackle from Jack Anderson that stopped the try. However, in the next phase, Ben Pratt was taken high. So, penalty, White Star will take the points Just to the left of the posts, Jacob Bryant lining it up. And folks, the flags have gone up. Touch judges Nathan Thompson and Brent Garrett have raised them. It is 3-0, and that is in favour of White Star after 10 minutes. Anderson to kick off. He's given it some height. Midfield, Dylan Rusbatch is looking like he's going to take that, which he does. Fair, a little bit of contact. Good listen to the referee there from Caleb Harvilli. He did actually really well. Grafting, good communication from the referee. Cole Titai, great bootleg tackle. Just on their side of half 22, and they'll kick. It's a bit of a chip from Sam Joe. Flynn Aldridge is asking if it was on the full, but the ruck was clearly inside the 22, so no, it's not on the full. First line out from Westport here. They have 2 out. They've gone to the back. It's not straight, but it doesn't matter because White Star simply did not get to there, and that is actually a really good carry from Gruff Thomas, Caleb Harvilli, and Fusi Mali. They're on attack. Josh Tukey has turned in too much here and offered a bit on the edge for Mitieli Kulingambeki. I feel like they've done really well to hold him up, which they have. Folks, if you're looking at it, that was a really dusty line-out throw. However, White Star didn't get up, so play on, fill your boot stuff. And then they just, a couple of White Star players jammed from outside in, which offered Mitieli Kulingambeki a fair bit of space. I believe it was Kia Barry that did really well there, but they've kicked it straight back to Mitty. And he's gone. Viliami, Cole McBride, probably been one of the better, well, actually, he'd been the top 3 players of the club competition thus far this year. Tevin Rangi, Takitahu, that is a great carry. He might have gone too far if it wasn't for Nathan Palmer's outstanding offload. Inside ball, that is inside to Leighton Larkin, but they read that fake like a nursery rhyme. Tevin again, good carry. That's 2 good carries in 2 minutes. Well done. Viliami, halfback, Cole Titai playing first receiver. He's just going to tuck it under his wing. Always makes the advantage line. Grafton's got the hand out. Westport will want to force your arm here. Harvilli, take it to the line, son. Gruff Thomas, he's good on his feet. However, Tane Brownlee did bloody well there to hold that up and then go. There's actually a really good line. A White Star defensive line's very good. Very good, I must say. Mind you, I feel like Westport aren't exactly playing their hand. They're taking things quite casually. It's Cole McBride, made the game line. You've got to speed that up. If someone makes a game line, get it going. Poor option. However, they're under penalty advantage. Ben Shearney thought he was off to the races. He might have been, but only to drink beers. Because the referee will call it back and say that's a penalty right in front. No, he's saying, well, actually, he's got even better, really. I'm picking that if they don't take the 3 points here, then no, they will, folks. So Jack Anderson will line up the kick. To be fair, he's been doing practice kicks from in front of the post probably since he was in year 6 at Westport South School, maybe even earlier. He loved a practice kick. However, let's see how we go. Straight in front though, 18 metres out. Hopefully you're hearing me all good. And things are going well for you wherever you are. Never looked like missing, folks. Jack Anderson, Spreal, and I would say 14 minutes played. 14 minutes played, Senior Shield final 2020. 26. Jack Anderson, penalty, 3-all. Sorry, just taking some notes down. Hey, look, just as a bit on the side, the first game this year, 35-8 to Westport. Second game, 17-15 to White Star. So it's 1-all coming into the final, which is lovely, isn't it? Right. Bo Wallace has taken that well. He's gone to one of his good mates on the other team, which is that's Anthony Ellis. They've got a love-hate relationship on the rugby field, but a genuine love. Oh, Sam Jope has just about taken that, but potentially gone forward. The other way, maybe? Yeah. Sam Jope's done really well there to stop that attack. Flynn Aldridge has got wheels. Sam Jope's read that well. Got Timmy Coleman in the scorebox, folks. And Timmy Coleman tells us, what's the score, Tim?
Score is 3-all.
Oh, actually, my wife's looking at me with disgust because it's in the top left corner. I was just confirming, though. You know, we've got...
It's only taken me 12 hours to figure out how to put the score on there. And
Okay.
you're not even using it.
Okay. Apologies. Right. Scrum. 42 metres away from their own try line. Scrum fairly even. Gruff Thomas, Joel Hands, lovely boot. Joel Hands, he's got a big boot. Going for a 50-22. Jacob Bryant's easily covering that. That is play on. Don't put your hands up, White Star. Just go for the ball. You're allowed to go for the ball. Don't know why they did that. That's quite a common thing. Right, Gruff Thomas has done a Josh Beveridge. The thing is, Gruff Thomas has got more wheels than you could ever imagine, and folks, he is in. He has just taken that. A couple of things that will really frustrate Callum Lennon as a White Star coach and a few knowledgeable supporters there was that the reaction time from White Star was not very good. And Gruff Thomas has said, Josh Beveridge, anything you can do, I can also do. Right, so Gruff Thomas he's done a wee knock on at the back because he was under penalty advantage. He has tapped it and he has ran 44 metres. Scored a good try. And Jack Anderson will line up this Westport try. Currently it is 8-3 to Westport. Gruff Thomas has got a try. Jack Anderson's lining up the penalty. Fairly standard for Jack Anderson. He knows how to kick. Have I put the mockers on him? Not at all. He will simply knock it over. It is 10-3. 10-3 to Westport. 17 minutes gone. Again, though, I must say, still feels like the game is waiting for someone to grab it by the horns. Maybe that man is Gruff Thomas. I'll tell you what, when they won 35-8, he was the man that did it. That's a poor read, a poor reaction from Westport there. High tackle again. So again, probably a couple of weak coach killers. One against White Star initially, and then Westport, Wayne Fleming, Pukaho Samuels will be thinking, fellas, we've just scored a great try, we've taken the lead, it is 10-3, let's exit, let's play footy. However, they've given away they didn't take that. Do we call that another coach killer? Yes, we do. Unfortunate. However, to be honest, yeah, I don't think the ball was going to go much further than that, and the result's the same. So Anthony Ellis lining up the line out. Right, so on the 22-metre line, Anthony Ellis is throwing it in. Twice I've been to Rowan Nielsen, once to Ben Pratt. It's 2-all, but he's missed it. Westport's got in front. Oh, Villiami's like a thief in the night there and actually done extremely well. Bo Wallace showing a fair bit of toe. If he makes this he needed to make that tackle. There was some serious issue. If he made that tackle 10 metres the other way, it would have been all right. We're going to say a turnover, or potentially they're just going to say I've got advantage for a knock-on, because I did say that's Josh Beveridge has done well there, but unfortunately for all your good work, Josh Beveridge, probably can't come from there, Ben Pratt. That's an Archie Adams penalty, that. Folks, I'm not being mean there. Archie's my son, so I can say that sort of stuff. But I tell you what, he loves coming in from the side. And Ben Pratt, you're probably better than that. That was a very good turnover. I don't know who it was in the middle. However, the hand was out, so I think it was a knock-on. The next Walsh carried well, probably beat 1.5 people. Got over the game line. Josh Beveridge took him in a very good tackle. And then Ben Pratt said, I'll come in from the side and dive on you. Penalty, 39 metres out, pretty much in front of the sticks, Jack Anderson. Crowd will tell you, flags will tell you, looks like it's hooked, and it has gone left, not by much, I don't reckon. Penalty count, penalties conceded, Westport have conceded 3, White Star have also conceded 3. We have got 20 minutes gone, the score remains 10-3 in favour of Westport. Sam Jope lining up the 22 kick out. He has gone mid-range, we'll call that, and Bo Wallace has, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. Some people might say, maybe the Westport bench might say it's gone backwards, but in all honesty, you didn't catch it, son, and you had every opportunity to. Right, good attacking opportunity here. Kia Barry's got a large blind side. Mitty has actually gone back a fair way. So if I was Rowan Nielsen and Josh Beveridge, I'd be looking to go blind. I'd be looking at Rowan Nielsen to okay, let's have a look at that. That's a scrum penalty. Scrum penalty. You've simply folded back on yourself. Dropped your knees, gone down, he is saying to Fusi Mali. Sam Joe, good kick. It was a not out call from the sideline, however, it was out by 40 metres. Right, line out. Anthony Ellis throwing again. Line outs of 3 out of 4 for White Star thus far. They're 2, oh no, sorry, I lie. 2 out of 4, 50-50. Right, we're looking, it's probably, no, still going, and unlucky for Nathan Palmer to miss that. He's just knocked that on. Phil Grafton's going to go back. No, he's not. Ben Pratt, forward pass, he said. Then we've got, right, fair bit going on here. Fair bit going on. However, a fair bit and not much all at the same time, to be honest. And so we'll simply go back for a knock-on at the back of the line-out. One that Westports would be gutted about if Westports were being harsh on themselves, and 2 knock-ons have allowed White Star to be in this position. Last scrum was a penalty against Westport on that far side, the tight head prop. So let's see what happens here. And we've got fairly stable, and no, White Star had a bit there. Pass was behind, but they still seemed to make really good line. Good tackle, all in all, good tackle. Trying to go through. It's pretty rough. However, carry on. Let's be honest, could have probably penalised both teams here. Josh Tukia, good carry. Met by some big bodies though. All in all, good carry. Ben Pratt, he's been good. He's carried a lot. Probably gone too far past the ball there. The 7, Sam Jokes kicked it. Taken by Flynn Aldridge. He's taken really well by Tane Brownlee, who's tried to get on the ball, and they'll probably let that happen. We are looking for, I'm unsure what we're looking for here. but the touch judge Nathan Thompson was telling him, and I think that we got offside against Westport in the middle of the field. Sam Jupp's going to kick to the playground touchline. Anthony Ellis is telling his team just to keep calm. Don't need to do anything silly. We'll see what happens here though. I am picking that line out will be about 25 metres away from the Westport goal line, of which obviously White Star's attacking. Anthony Ellis is throwing. Their line-out success rate has been 2 out of 5 thus far. Callum Lennon won't be happy about that. Lots of movement. Gone to Rowan Nielsen. Very good line-out there. We'll call that 3 from 6. Advantage, another advantage. And a very good maul set up here. Anthony Ellis in the back is delightful. Oh, he's given the ball back. That is surprising. Right. Just wish Stanley, if Stanley Reedy could catch that out in front of him and pass it, he'd be far better off. Right, Anthony Ellis, jammed in. He's gone there, made the game line though. Still advantage. Dylan Rusbach, wearing number 6. Taken well. To be honest, bit of a nothing play, didn't want anything. Josh Beveridge looking for a kick. He's going to do it. He'll mark that, surely. And they'll say, here's a penalty. White Star will say, let's take 3 points. You're off the side of the line out. We're gonna take the points here, fellas. Let's not muck around at it. And at the 26-minute mark, lining up for a penalty will be Jacob Bryant. Just confirming that the score is 10-3 currently.
As you can see.
As you can see, yeah, good point. Should look at the screen. Right. Yeah, good one. 26 minutes. I'm going to write this in my notebook that he's got it over. It's already just about been added to that scoreboard. However, we'll see. I'll write it in anyway, folks. What do you reckon? Don't know if that's good omen, bad omen, or... But doesn't matter. Let's be honest. Jack Anderson. Rightio. Here we go. Crowd's pretty subdued, to be honest. Again, just feels like it's from up here. It feels a little bit flat. Again, waiting for someone to open up the game. Jack Anderson kicking off. That's going to be. He's done. That is a phenomenal tackle. That is a very good tackle. And Thompson has said, Nathan Thompson has said, absolutely nothing wrong with it. He's got it. And Joel Hands has got one, and this is where Tane Brownlee can go quite well.
Sorry about that.
He's missed 3. That's a real broken play. That is Tane Brownlee's playground. Right, Josh Beveridge, taking it again. Been hit quite hard. By just saying the game was waiting for something, and it's happened. There we go. It's taken 26 minutes, but now there's some feeling. Right, back ball probably wasn't needed. Knock on. Yeah. Right, White Star just need to take a breath here because Westport are trying to gain some momentum. They just probably need a couple of their leaders just to say, hey, let's have a breath here. Right, late tackle on picking. That was against Joel Hands for taking Josh Beveridge potentially after he passed it. Was what it looked like. However, the first tackle Joel Hands did was they're ones where you wake up tomorrow morning and think, Christ, what bus hit me yesterday? Right. Here we go. Penalty, White Star. Got kicked for touch down this playground side. 28 minutes gone. in the 2026 Senior Shield final. Sam Jope looking down the line, he's kicked it and it's gone out well and truly. Right, yeah, well, done well there. To be fair, he is on 6 metres past halfway. Anthony Ellis lining it up. The Westport line-out is running. Sorry, the White Star line-out is 3 from 6. Last one was great. If they were thinking, they'd go straight to Rowan Nielsen right now. Right, going to Tane Brownlee. Happy with that. Josh Beveridge, Sam Jope, couple of good passes. Have to make that tackle there in midfield. I don't think you've done enough, is what they're saying. That has gone backwards. Always rough when the ball goes down. Ben Pratt's done a hard carry. Rowan Nielsen, yeah, he's been hit hard. That's a knock on. And this is, I feel like Westport's probably, anyone's been watching the Football World Cup, there's a momentum tracker. I'm unsure how the algorithm works for the momentum tracker, but if there was one in this game, the last 3 minutes have belonged to the Westport side. And probably led by Joel Hands, to be fair. First game back since breaking his elbow in halfway through, I think, May. Right, scrum. Great place. Turnover, tight head. Absolute tight head. That is a good tackle from Mitty. So maybe they don't want to go to set piece, but and another good hit from Cole McBride. Couple of really, and they're gonna keep coming. Don't think he used arms there, however, and come from the side. Got to come from the back. He said Ben Pratt's taking it quick. Love a quick cap this game. However, that's all good. Sam Jope looking for the Sherney, who has been taken by Joel Hands. Hopefully you can see this. This corner isn't ideal. I'll just keep yakking. Oh, it's back to good there. Taken there, knock on. Simply is not that on. There's some big defence from if they can control their momentum. However, it's going to find it hard here. They're going to find it hard here. They've sent someone. Oh, that is the hooker. Right, so that'll make it interesting. He is, well, we've even set up some Naughty Boy chairs for the final. That's good. He is calling that. That is, what's that? That, I believe, what he's done there is he has, that's a no arms tackle that he's gone to the Naughty Boy chair for. What'll have to happen now is that he's getting told off by Davey Sanders on the far side. I can promise you he would much rather be playing rugby than being there. Right, however, moving right along from that, we've got a scrum, and the scrum will be 7 versus 8. White Star already have ascendancy. And so will be interesting. Right, I'm saying 33 minutes gone, and Tevin is in the Naughty Boy chair. Okay, so and again, they've popped up. They've been absolutely destroyed. I'll tell you what, it is a genuine luxury to have Anthony Ellis at hooker. That's a great kick. However, Mr. Grafton will go back, and they'll probably hit another scrum. Simply because that last one was so good. It'll just depend though, do you want to scrum or do you want to take some points? And at this stage they want to have a scrum. Right, here we go. Josh Beveridge feeding up. Thing will be, boys. Thing will be, ladies and gentlemen listening out there, is that yeah, they've opted for a couple of scrums off penalties, so they'll be wanting to score a try here, take the lead into half-time. Mind you, still a few minutes for half-time. However, the scrum is... what's happening there? On the loose head side, even though they're wearing the wrong jerseys, however, on the loose head side, wearing number 3 for White Star is actually Malsiu, and wearing the number 1, the loose head jersey, but playing tight head, is Sack. And the scrum is just the Westport scrum. Well, they'll be feeling under a lot of pressure. And unfortunately, they don't have the mercurial Stephen Crackett to bring on. Referee, he's gone again. Probably could have said use it, but why would you? Okay, Sam Jope, he's not going to do that. There's a knock on. We're going to go again. Probably looking for another Simbin, to be honest. Hard to play with 14, let alone 13. There will be some chip out there, and it'll genuinely be. How many times can they do this before that tight head goes into the bin, please, Phil? That'll be the chat from the boys. However, let's see. Potentially Caleb Havili could jump onto the other lock, because I feel like that's where the serious pressure's coming from. Cole Tito's there though, he's strong as an ox. Right, once again, Rowan Nielsen will be wanting to keep it at the back. They've gone down. Yeah, one of those ones could have gone either way. Right, we've probably, for the man in the naughty boy seat, he's been sitting there and thinking, oh well, 3 minutes, not much has happened, maybe 4 minutes. Yeah. Alright, is there any movement on the Westport bench? Well, no, there's not. They were lucky too. They've got a ready-made hooker in Nathan Palmer who was playing lock, so he's just gone up. So they haven't actually had to take off one of their strong loose forwards who have been their strength today. Right, Ascendancy's there. Is hold it. What's Phil Grafton going to say? He's going to say, yeah, no, he's gone again. That's a yellow card. That will be just about a yellow card. Well, it'd have to be, I'd say. 4 scrum penalties in a row. Mattielli has just simply read that completely wrong. Kia Barry on the far side there, folks. We've got another advantage. This is going to cost Westport here. Dylan Ruspatch has made good ground. Right, at the halfback, Josh, he's passed it to Sack, who's taken it. Strong hit from Caleb Havili. Phil Grafton will probably say, yeah. Right. What are we going to do? It's going to have to be, right, Zach Walsh has been called to the referee. They're going to say, at the scrum, this is what's happening. You're probably hearing the crowd down here. We're very close to the White Star. Well, we're on the White Star side of things, and he's saying, and there's a lot of calls for yellow card. It'll be interesting, though. Again, if there's no yellow card and there's nothing happening, then they haven't come away with any points. No yellow card. Very interesting. I'd be taking a scrum and saying Anthony Ellis's hook is a lovely bloody option. No one's really willing to fire a shot here today as yet. Gotta say, surely someone's got a strike move whipped up here for the Phil Grafton's got to get pissed off shortly. Someone's got to go to the bin. White Star, if I was coaching White Star, I would be ropeable with this. How many times can you just gently say to the Westport pack, let's sort it out. There's only so many times. And now, been 6 minutes since the hooker's gone to the bin, and he is just, nothing's happened. There's been 86,000 scrums. Right, but let's see what happens here. He's holding it. What will happen is that Whitestar will want to keep it in. Phil Grafton has said, don't get offside, Villy, and he didn't. Stanley Reedy caught it in his chest again. Great tackle from Graf, well taken from Tane Brownlee. He's over the game line. He said go down. I was going to say it's been held up. Yeah, that's a good one out. However, right, what have we done here? We've got a knock. Unfortunately, trying to rush. Right, we know what's going to happen here, folks. Is that what we're gonna do is Eliasa Tora is Eliasa Tora has come on. We got dominance at the scrum. They haven't made the game line. There hasn't been probably a play in the game which has gone for more than 5 phases. Callum Lennon said it is just about half time. Get the ball to my man Eliasa Tora and score a try. And you know what? You wouldn't put it against him. Right, so and unfortunately for Westport is that they've gone and numbered up and put Joel Hands at number 8. Right, Eliasa Tora has gone on. Let's see the impact. Right, scrum. That's another scrum penalty. Yep. Keep it in, scrum penalty. Nathan Palmer's going for a roller coaster ride. They've gone the wrong way, but it'll result in a try. It's taken a while, but it has resulted in a try. And that'll be I'm calling that pretty close to half time. However, I'm unsure. The try was scored by Stanley Reedy. The try was scored by Stanley Reedy. I think they might call it half time, but knowing Phil, equally it might not be. So we'll call it 39 minutes in my diary, and we'll go from there. Takes the score to 11-10. Try was scored by Stanley Reedy. And all I can say, folks, is that I did say to someone during the week that the type 5 from White Star was definitely on paper very, very strong. And to be fair, they've just chucked out a bit of dominance here. Right, conversion. We're on the sideline, pretty much as close as you can get. Jacob Bryan is looking to extend the lead, and it has not a bad kick, but it might not. Oh, off the post. There you go. Mr. Grafton, as imagined, Mr. Grafton has said we've got time for a kickoff. JB, score is 11 points White Star, 10 points Westport. That's a good kickoff. The momentum tracker again outside of the Football World Cup. Momentum tracker is telling us White Star's got the momentum. Good carry. Very good carry from Josh Tukia. And Ben Pratt at halfback. There is Brussy. See, that's what we're talking about. It's just probably Leighton Larkins probably called for that. If White Star know that if we, why? Actually, sorry, I can't. I'm commentating. I can't say things like that. Done a really interesting call there from Billy, and actually a couple of the Westport players have actually told him really loudly that he shouldn't have done that. Not agree. Anyway, folks, what has been the story of the first half? Well, started out pretty quietly, to be fair. The 14-minute mark, both teams had traded penalties by then, and that was 3-3. 16-minute mark, Bruff Thomas scored a really well taken try. He knocked it on at the back. Sorry, that's wrong. He was under advantage. He knocked it on at the back and took a really quick penalty, tapped it and ran a good 45 metres to score. And then Jack Anderson converted that. That was 10-3. Jacob Bryant got another penalty. It was 6-10. And then for about eight minutes, folks, it's just really great here. If we can go in, then what's happening here is the referees are giving Westport. Why that's going on is that for probably 9 minutes there was repeated scrums. For 9 minutes, Westport's got penalised. For 9 minutes, White Star dominated. The tight five, I'll be honest, it's their strength. Very strong. They got 3 really good front rowers there, and then Josh Tukia and Ben Pratt behind. They know what they're doing as well, and they just absolutely dominated. And that has been the tale of the tape. There have been, in terms of penalties, 12 penalties to 3 and 12 penalties for White Star, 3 for Westport. However, let's see how we go. So, scores here, folks. It's 11-10. Only way to be closer is if it was a draw, so that's what you want for a final. White Star are now running down to their corner. They love the White Star corner, always have. So they'll be buoyed by that fact. Westport, they'll be heading to the Coles, and that's exactly what they want to do as well. However, we all know, if you're heading to the Coles, or anywhere, a beer would taste better after a victory. So they'll be looking for that. Who would be happier? White Star. Any penalty, they'll have a scrum. Yeah, that's just what they'll do. I would say as well as, unfortunately for Westport, is that, Ilias has come on first time we got the ball. The post-contact meters are about 15 first phase. He's come on probably 4 minutes earlier than he thought. I'm sure Sione Lonatanesi will come on now as well. Geez, that's a luxury to have on the sideline. Michael O'Regan even. Let's have a look. No, Sione's walking back to the bench. No, all as is, folks. Ilias is staying out there, which isn't surprising. He's staying out there. And no other changes to the White Star team. I believe late in the half, Brad Hawes potentially came on for Westport at that tight head prop. There is a lot of conversing going on between the referee team. They will be really trying to just make the scrum look up. Right, and what have we got here? There's a bit of change. If I said Braz Hawes went on, then he has definitely gone off. Hooker Tevin, he's back on. I'm unsure if he's allowed to be back on or he's just taken himself back on, but he is back on. And also Chase McManaway is on for Westport. He has gone on for Mitieli Kulajabiki. Right, here we go. Second half, kicking off. Let's see how we go. And Cody McCormick is on too. Cody McCormick is on for Viliame. The ball has, that's a knock on for White Star. And Josh Beveridge just did not react to that. He's still, I'm unsure what Josh Beveridge is asking about. He genuinely just knocked that on. Well, actually, from what I saw, maybe I'm too far away because Dylan Ruspect doesn't agree either. However, they probably wanted Cody McCormick just to pick that ball up and flick it out because now they've got to go to a scrum. Right, they will be hoping that at the scrum, what happens is that the ball goes in, the ball comes out really quickly, and it's in the back line. Stays in there too long, they'll be penalised, or it's going to be a tight head. Right, Cody McCormick, here we go. Right, it's going to go down. Yep, no, they got it out though. Yeah, good. That's Chase McManaway has made an instant impact. That is a very poor pass. Nathan Thompson is trying to tell the referee that it was forward, and it was ruled as such. However, what I would say was that it was a really good set piece. First time Chase McManaway's touched it since well, for a while actually. He hasn't played. Unfortunately, he's probably one of the better talents we have in Buller Rugby, but what was going on is that he's had an injury doing wheelies on a motorbike. Okay. Thompson's come back on the field. He said something to Phil Grafton, maybe something about how nice his calves are looking with his socks down. Unsure though. Scrum again. What he would have said is, look, I'm going to watch this side and I'm going to watch I'm going to hold the offside line. I want you to watch the loose head, the tight head on the feed side. Right, Josh Beveridge doesn't look square to me. I'm not a front row though. Ball's out though, so you're gonna have to just play on. Terry Tung Tung's taking the ball, going okay. I feel like the arm was good carry. Josh Tukey has been strong. And, could have got the ball there. Probably just didn't do enough. Rowan Nielsen been pretty quiet in the first half. However, he will come into his own. Joke, Forsyth, quality player. It's gone high. Call it a seatbelt. Yes, you will. That is another penalty against Westport. Ben Pratt taking it. No, he hasn't. He's just simply dropped it off to Rowan Nielsen, who's been taken in a good tackle. Josh Beveridge, you're probably going to... Yeah, just the wee seatbelt there. Just got to get a bit like gel hands. Can't argue with that, son. This is exactly what it was. Taking away. Marceau is he's looking a bit buff, the big fella. However, when you got someone like Sione Alana Tanesi there, not a bad thing. Okay, right. We are. What time? Anyone out there tell me what time we started? I think we've gone for 2 minutes. Feel like we started at 3:21 p.m. second half. Right. Westport giving away another penalty. I was off for a high tackle. Anthony Ellis throwing the ball in. They've got a full line out. Running a full line out, every line out thus far. Line out success has been 4 from 7. They'll want to tidy that up. Right. Rowan Nielsen going to bang quick at the back. Lots of movement. Ben Pratt straight up. Good line out. Taken on the hands. That'll be another penalty. And a very well-formed maul in the star corner. This will be a TRY. Anthony Ellis will not be stopped, I promise you. Well and truly. That's it. That's it. You knew as soon as it started, folks, that would not be stopped. Someone even tapped the arm. That'd be frustrating as well. However, we will see what eventuates. Right. I make that, folks, the 4th minute of the second half. Try White Star 16-10. Ant Alice try. Right, there are a host of subs coming on here for White Star. We've got Sione Lonatanesi, Trey Patterson, Michael O'Regan, Jack Reedy, Now, see how Papinau's come off, and geez, he was good today. He was real good. Very, very good. Right, so these people following Mouseu, Papinau's coming off. Dylan Rusbatch coming off. That's a shanky old kick. And he's missed. That's all good. 5 mins. Right, the other one's coming off. Josh Tukia, strong. Sack, strong. Dylan Rusbatch, strong. All those 4 subs that have come off have contributed massively to this game. And the 4 going on are great rugby players. One of them's just taken the ball and taking it well, and that is Jack Reedy. He's a good rugby player. And the second one, Sione Lonatanesi. So all you got to do is get some energy out there and get it moving. It's Caleb Harvilli versus Sione, and that'll be a lovely battle. Right, Sam Jope swinging it. Interesting. However, someone just said get rid of it. Kyle Titos tried to get on the ball but missed it. Haven't given him much opportunity. I think they've got to drop a wing back here. Yeah, he's just chipped over his hair. A really good box kick, to be fair. Oh, tell you what, folks. This is simply Westport's second line out. And you may have heard there, White Star are yelling, get him up, because the first time he threw it was not even close to being straight. And so they'll be looking for that, put a bit of pressure on. I'll tell you what, the mood of Westport is not great at the moment. They're looking around for anyone to do something. Right, Jack Reedy, second carry in 2 minutes. Missed line out opportunity. This is why White Star have the ball. Tane Forsyth, first receiver. Give it to Ilias son. You've got the brassy outside. You get him to put it under his wing. He'll make the gain line every time. Rowan Nielsen, first receiver. He's going to go, have a go. Unsure. Haven't released. No, high tackle. They love a penalty advantage box kick. He's going to play advantage? No. High tackle again. Penalty count is 14-3. Yes, 14-3. Absolutely no 50-50 penalties either, folks. There's simply been some discipline that just has been letting Westport down. Right, that's a good touch finder from Sam Jade. Nathan Thompson will tell you that it is roughly on the 22. Right. Okay, so with those changes, what's happened is that Sione Lonatanesi will throw. Anthony Ellis will appreciate that. Right, Lonatanesi, who's he looking for? Tane Brownlee or Rowan Nielsen's my pick, folks, at the back. Knock on, went for Rowan Nielsen. Picked it. Picked it better than I picked my nose. However, he's knocked it on. 16-10. 16-10. 6 minutes gone. Oh, mate. Yeah, no, 7 minutes. I'll give you 7 minutes. 3:21 start. How many minutes you got on the clock, Timmy? Nathan Palmer's just gone off for Westports. Sorry, I missed who come on. Anyone know who come on?
Yeah, that's 12 gone.
Oh, 12 gone. No, not that long, Timmy, surely.
What?
Close enough, they say. With you. Right, sling it. 2 pass, Joel Hands. I'm enjoying that. We spiral of the Gilbert. Jacob Bryant's got it with plenty of time. He's going to kick it back. Good option. Yeah, that's a good kick, to be fair. Unless it goes all the way dead, of which it did. Oh, there's a bit of contention about whether it went dead. Phil Grafton's gone to jet. That's good. That's what we like. Just making sure. Alex Patterson, president of White Star Club, down there saying didn't go dead. That's also good. However, it's a scrum. Yeah. Westport will be looking to get it out. getting it in, getting it out as quick as they can. Right, here we go. We've got here we go. Callum Lennon's just said to his first 5 that Chase is going backdoor to kick. I think Westport will want to run. I'm just going to try muscle here. Caleb Havili. Hard carry, but geez, that's a good tackle from Anthony Ellis. Ben Pratt's gone over the top. What that is a luxury of a low tackle. If you tackle low and drop real quick, you get an opportunity to get over the top of the ball. White Star have had the momentum for the last 20 minutes and are just not. Oh, we've got lots going on the sideline. However, Anthony Ellis looking to throw again. Put Lana Tanesi at the back. Jason Thomas has come on for Nathan Palmer, FYI. Right. Here we go. Lots of movement. Not pretty. Going to Brownlee and got it. Well and truly. Good tackle. Right, take a step. Phil Grafton selling the Westport people. No halfback. Sione wants it. It's gone to Regan at second receiver. Graf Thomas. This is a good tackler for a second, for a first 5. A good solid contact on Anthony Ellis from Cole McBride. Eliasa just tuck it under some, and he did. Pretty solid contact there from Fusi Mali. He's been told to let it go. He has listened. Ben Pratt. Bo Wallace. He's another one that's gone well this year. Bo Wallace, Cole McBride, I would say, with the two stars for White Star. Looking to get the ball. Ben Sherney's running really hard there. Potentially call that, yes, one of those ones where is that or not? Oh, he's done. Oh, he's set offside. Just got to say he's done really well to wrap up, Josh. It's gone on the side. Right, what do you want to do? Oh, we're going to take it. Oh, and he's done really well to get it back. They're right on the line here, White Star. Ben Sherney's just going straight over. However, he's knocked it on. Just run like a bit of a tung there. Straight up and down. Good clearance, good D. That will help Westport. That will help Westport. I would say, Callum Lennon would say, why can't we take the points here, man? 19-10. Chip away. Penalty was in front of the post. Gave it to Sione Lona-Tanesi. Not a bad option. I'd give it to him too. However, they didn't get over the line. Kyle Titai is unsure. Kyle Titai is going off, which is an interesting call because he is genuinely the best local player in the competition. Phil Grafton is trying to really sort this out. Right, let's have a look. Anthony Ellis. Darting. Smoking darts, breaking hearts, good line out. Rowan Nielsen, great line out. Pass went behind, which did not help. However, Eliasa makes game line, beats 2 people. Unlucky not to get that was Fusi Mali. That is a good line, a great line actually, and a great ball from Ben Pratt. White Star well and truly on attack here. Ben Pratt's done well there. He had the ball and Joel hands at the same time. Tane Brownlee, Rowan Nielsen, another good tackle. I reckon Graf Thomas is somewhere there, which he is. Sione again, full of carries. That is a great carry. Right, Sam Jope's looking for it. Anthony Ellis taking him to the hole. Don't give it to him too early. He's gone out to the brussy. Oh, that's if you're gonna defend. Eliasa Tora, what you need to do is take out his time and space, and that's exactly what he's done. Cole McBride feel like that's one of the first times he had the ball. Right, Bo Wallace, he is truly, geez, Combs got a nice pass. Right, kicked there, right, and we've got penalty, we're going back for a offside, Phil Grafton. Is this the time where momentum swings? Is this it? Do penalties swing the match? Is this what it is? I'm sure. Right, let's have a look. Who's going to take? Right, Chase McManaway is looking to kick. This will be the third line out for Westport. Oh, that is a very, very, very poor kick. Rowan Nielsen was beaten 1, beaten 2. Liam Craddock's taking a bloody good tackle. That's a really good clean out from Jack Reedy. Michael O'Regan's carried that well. Jason Thomas, good tackle. All right, Sione Lonatanisi, about the 5th carry he's had in a very, very short space of time, and carried well. Take it, Ants. And he did. He carried, got numbers down here. Jacob Bryant got it through. Under pressure here. Joel Hands is good, though. Very good. Joel Hands has done phenomenally well there, folks. Hopefully you can see just how well he's done. There's a bit of push and shove in front of us, but nothing that you're going to worry about. Right, here's Flynn Aldridge. He's got wheels. Shit, Ilias has done well though. The White Star are saying that he has taken him out. It's pretty touch and go, to be fair. And he's completely out of character. He's apologised 14 times already, has Ilias Satora, but he did well to track him. He just wouldn't have wanted to get beaten on the outside. That's the sort of competitor he is. Right, 16-10. 18 minutes. 19 maybe even. Right, Chase McManaway. That's a far better kick. Well done, Chase. Okay, line out. We have got third line out for Westport for today. They are 1-1, as in they've got one, lost one. Missing Kyle Titai, who's gone off too. I am picking that has got to be an injury. Missed that. However, Bo Wallace has got it, so it counts as a line out. So we'll let that play on. We won't call that a knock. So another penalty. Another penalty for Westport. They might just go to war here, as in they might just grab it and rumble it. That's Jason Thomas. I can tell that that's Jason Thomas, but a lovely headgear and beautiful beard. Right, Fusi Mali's at the back. On his hip is Zach Walsh. That is a good carry. Cody McCormick, Caleb Harville is hard to stop there. I can promise you, he's a big boy and runs well. However, they've done well. New penalty. They've defended well again. Probably look at this stage to hit Joel Hands. Oh, geez, I'm reading this game well. Right, but he's been tackled bloody well as well. Next one I'd go to is Caleb Harville again. Yep, got him taken well. He's down still. Right, that's Tevin. Rangi Takatu. Back Cody. Right, Gruff. That is a pass, and that is an in and out, and he has simply been, Stanley Reedy has simply been jammed by Chase McManaway, and that's a try to Westport. I'm picking, we're going to call that
I got that. That's terrible.
19 minutes. I think that's 19 minutes into the second half. That is a Westport. The bottom corner, folks, is tricky. So Stacey's telling me. However, what's happened? Sustained pressure. Westport under penalty advantage for a couple of penalties, and Chase McManaway has done Stanley Reedy in the corner, and he has jumped over the line for a T, an R, and a Y. Right, so Jack Anderson is going. It's 15-10, folks. That score hasn't been updated. It is 15. Sorry, that's a lie. It's 15-16. White Star clearly are obviously still in the lead. However, that is a missed kick from Jack Anderson at the 20-minute mark. Jack Westport, right. Yeah, pretty good crowd here. Not a bad crowd. A bit of sun in the grandstand. Really lovely sitting over here. It's cold on there. Right, kickoff. Sam Joke. Oh man, come on, boys. They're saying another coach killer there. Take that on the full, and you're probably down another. You're at halfway, at least 13 metres. Anyway, another line out. Geez, Anthony Ellis was calm and composed. Right, here we go. Anthony Ellis throwing. Short odds on Rowan Nielsen. I'd be hitting him. Oh no, Tame Brownlee. Great throw. It's not at all, mate, but they haven't seen that. Oh no, they have. I apologise. Never ever give wrestling ARs a hard time. However, I did then. Sorry for that. Okay, scrum. Again, couple of wee coach killers. Been a lot of them today. I reckon they look back at the game and just think, yeah, it's geez, rugby is a game of momentum, isn't it? Someone wants to open it up, they genuinely can. However, we are waiting for someone to grab hold of this game, and there's about, I don't know, 20 minutes max to go. Right, ball's coming in. If you're Westport, you want to get it out straight away, which they have. Great pass, Cody McCormick. Gruff Thomas has run well. Backdoor. There's a good bit of tussle on the ground. I'm actually unsure exactly what's happened then. I feel like Flynn Aldridge is going to kick the ball and he simply dropped it. Yeah. But having said that, he did bloody well to get in the position he did because the passing was not very good. Right. Not a bad attacking option right now. I'd just be crashing Eliasa in the midfield. He'd get to the 10-metre line, and then I'd consider going back the short side. There you go. See if I can read this. So what I want is Eliasa Tour crashing either on a 1-3 cut or a straight 3 up. He'll get to the 10-metre line. Well, there we go. Oh, don't pass it, son. Well, he has passed it, and Chase McManaway has done a really didn't execute his tackle. I'll say that. Line outs. Jack Anderson's read that well. He's let it drizzle out. Line out is in favour of Westport. Right, here we go. Westport is 2 from 3 from the line outs. They will throw now, and looking like, I got Liam Craddock calling the line out. That's great. I think they're going to go to Bo Wallace, which they did. Yeah, great stuff. I'll tell you what, Cody McCormick's a good halfback. Again, not a great clearance from Chase McManaway. However, 'tis what it is. If they want to defend, they'll be able to. Right, Anthony Ellis. Walking in with the full line out again. Always like a full line out. Right, bang, Rowan Nielsen. Boom. Elias Satora in the midfield. Then swing it back this way. All right, I've got the first part right. However, we've missed. Sione might score this. That is a great tackle from Gruff Thomas, by the way. Unlucky he didn't get over there. Right. Unfortunate knock on. Unfortunate knock on. There was a wee call of offside. However, it didn't happen. Right, team. The Timmy Coleman's reckon there's more than 25 minutes gone. Oh, I think there's about 25 minutes gone. Only time will tell, won't it? Right. If ever White Star wanted a good scrum, this is the time. I'll tell you what, White Star, the 10 minutes before half time, they'll want their front row they had on the 10 minutes before half time. Because, Jesus, it was good. Right, Joel Hands, good carry. Lovely tackle. No, you're not on the ball there, son. Ooh. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. You'd take the points, wouldn't you? However, unlucky. I'd say you call that one. Oh, wow. Okay, backing your line out. Backing your line out. Here we go. Kick to the corner. Less than too much to do for a drive, unless it's a bloody good one. Oh, no. Right, 8 metres out. Great turnover from Tane Brownlee. Got over the top of the ball extremely well. Anthony Ellis is throwing it. He's going to go to Ben Pratt, and then there's going to be a drive on Ben Pratt. Didn't go 5. Why have you gone away from what you've been doing so well, White Star? I'm unsure. However, that's a question that only the line-out caller will probably know. So it's a free kick on the 15, didn't go 5. They'll call that. The score is still 15-16. Joel Hands has chipped it. It is White Star ball because it's a free kick. It is not a long arm penalty. Anthony Ellis. Michael O'Regan's just gone up to him and said, don't do any of that short crap. Right, here we go. So he probably said, don't do any of that short crap. Let's just hit Rowan Nielsen, please. And they're not straight. That one. And there was a jump. So what one of the White Star people looked like they were doing was saying, oh, there was no jump, but however there was. Wow. There must be more wind out there than we think. Because that ball, yeah, well that's, mind you, folks, that's what happens when you got a spiral dog on. So White Star did make some subs early. However, folks, I believe it is rolling subs today. I should know that stuff. Full of rugby staff next to me are saying yes, it is. So, wouldn't put it out of the question for the last 10 minutes to bring Stack and, oh, that's not straight either. 2 not straights. Set piece from White Star was functioning super well. Has just lost the last 3. And when I say set, the last 3, that is simply line outs. Right, Joel Hands, one of the big players for Westport today, looks hungry. He's on the back foot here, though. Don't go for the ball there. Get your hands out of there, they're saying. Right. Zach Walsh, may game on just? Nah. 2. Got to let him release. Right, Cole McBride, strong carry, loved it. Joel Hands again. Hey, folks, I think Matthew Elliott's back on. Oh, Wallace has been good. Not much going on. We'll chuck it back. We'll pick it. So, Ben Shirney has touched it and has taken it out. Fusi Mali has got cramp in the middle of the field. However, he won't need to go over there. I think they'll chuck it down at the backs for the scrum for the line out. They just haven't got the ball to him, really. Right. Kevin Rangi, tiki-ta. Zach Walsh, well taken. Cody, oh, yucky. Right, surely you go. And you're looking, no, he looked like he was going to pass it, but he genuinely chucked it under the dog. Right, that's Cole McBride. That is a good carry. He has genuinely sat Ben Pratt down on his bum. A couple of old boys. And when I say old boys, I mean the old boys club. Right, Chase McManaway doing some good work down there. I can't see. There's a large pole in my way. However, looking there, Gruff Thomas is looking like he's fighting his way. I'm watching the screen here, folks. Now I'm back. Fusi Mali has taken that. He has turned it back. Cody McCormick has made a hell of a difference for the Westport team. Caleb Havili starting to get his hands on the ball, which is exactly what Westport want him to do. Right, Joel Hands also going well. And, oh, geez, Chase McManaway said, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to score a try, and we are waiting. We're going to have a chat. The touch judge genuinely doesn't know what's happening. He said, I can't see anything. I've got nothing. I don't know what is going on there. And he has said, right, there's a fair bit of chat there. What is going on is, don't know. There's no hand signals from the referee either. We'll have to ask Nathan Thompson about that tonight. Unsure. However, and look, I can't comment at all. It looked like it was a great unknown there, to be honest, just for a number of reasons. One, there's a large wooden pole in the way for me. But however, here we go. Very good option for an attacking scrum. Cade McCormick's feeding the ball. What they do need to do first is get the ball out, which they've done. Right, Gruff Thomas. He's going to take them. Oh, Jesus. Hanging on closely was Tane Forsyth, but he has got them to the gain line. Bo Wallace is running crossfield. Chase McManaway, he's got dancing feet. Right, what do we got? Who's in there? Couldn't tell you. Tevin. That's the. Geez, he's said his name a few times today, so that's good. Here we go. Gruff Thomas out to Fusi. Mali. He's dug well. He's got the ball back. They've slung. Oh no, there's Tevin there. Let's see what happens. Oh, that is a good tackle. You cannot take that away. That is a really good tackle. From I think Tane Forsyth. That is right on the line stuff there. Joel Hands has taken that carry really well. Right, I'm just going to call that held up. He's right there. He's on the spot. Fair enough. They're going to do what they're going to do is they're going to do a 20, or they're going to do a goal line dropout. And then they'll say they're going to start again. Care Barry's going back on. Clearly it's rolling subs. Right, my accomplice in the timing box tells me 5 minutes. I'm saying 8. We just don't know. That is a good. Whoever's done that, that's a hell of a got to the 50-metre line, which you can't go wrong with. Great carry from Jack Anderson. Got to say that's real good. He's done super well there. Cody McCormick. Right, there's Cole McBride. He's beaten the first defender, who was Michael O'Regan, and then carried 2 for a ride. Probably needed to be quicker ball there because he might get turned over. No, got Gruff Thomas gone in. Caleb Havili on a great dirty line hard carry. Gone out to Mitielli versus Iliasa. They just normally cancel each other out. Genuine negate each other in a game. That's Cole McBride again. It's carried well again. And Fusi Mali again. That is a good tackle. He's turned the ball over there. That was a turnover. He got straight on that. I'm unsure who that is. But Ben Pratt. Should have said that. Should have guessed that, sorry. Right. Timmy Coleman's saying 5 minutes. Well, he's probably saying 4 now. I'm saying 7. I reckon it's going to be a 4 o'clock knockoff. 16-15 White Star. Right, it's gone out. Just Westport just didn't quite go the way thought it would. Right, some subs there. Westport. Jaden Aldridge, it looks like. Brad Hawes, it looks like. Kahu Parada, it looks like. White Star are holding on here. Right, Phil's looking around for some subs on the White Star side. They've already been done. And they are going to, let's have a look. Right, Anthony, no. Sione Lawrence and Missy throwing it. Meaning it will go to Ben Pratt. Lied. Rowan Nielsen, good line out. Oh no, he has knocked it on. Tell you what, that was interesting. Whatever that was interesting. I'm unsure if that's the right word, but the kick was poor. They will go. Yeah, he's got that. We understand that he's got that, and he's done well to get that. However, there's a knock on back there. Right. Oh, she's tight, folks. 1 point in it. 1 point in it. Unsure what's happening in West Coast in that final. Timmy might know. Timmy, what's happening in the West Coast final?
Well, on 10 at the moment.
Okay, Timmy's going to tell us what's happening in the West Coast final. If anyone knows, let us know. However, right, let's go. Okay, so we have got, I reckon, 4 minutes to go. Timmy reckons 2. And then that it's oh yeah, there you go. They've pushed out a penalty, and they're just going to go. That's another one. Oh, might have played that. Scrum penalty. All right. So we're thinking 4 minutes to go. Timmy Coleman the touch. Timmy Coleman. No, you reckon about 1. Right, we're going for the Sam Japes going for the corner. Here we go. He has not got out. Oh, but it's a yucky bounce. Oh, what's he doing? Right, there's a fair bit of contention. It's goal line dropout, though, in my opinion. But I'm not a referee. Goal line dropout. Goal line dropout. 2 minutes to go. Right. Players of the day for either side. I reckon Anthony Ellis has been pretty good. Ben Pratt's been very good for White Star. Josh Beveridge hasn't done anything wrong, has he? Oh, that's a good catch. Right, here we go. There we go. Shani Lonatanisi's run that very well. That was a great turnover, by the way. Oh. They'll say take the points because you got 2 minutes. Someone's come in the side. Jaden Aldridge is jumping in up and down about getting pushed. However, there ain't much to do about that. They'll take the points. The tee's already getting run on. And Timmy Coleman will probably tell you that could be time. However, I'm going to say still 3 minutes to go. I'm going to write it down in my diary that at the 37-minute mark, White Star are going to take it out to 19-15 with a Jacob Bryan penalty. Here we go. Right, so there's somewhere between 1 and 4 minutes to go. We're just a little bit unsure there. And he has nudged it. Jacob Bryan takes the score to 19-15. I'm saying it's 37. There'll be 3 minutes to go, maybe max. Right. Joel Hand's kicking off. Hasn't been as many points as I thought there'd be in the second half. I made a bigger, right, kick off. It has gone. Lovely. Ben Pratt's taking it well. I say Ben Pratt was a standout today. I think I did. He'd be getting my player of the day outside of the front row in the first half. Now, CO, Ants Ellis, sack. Yeah, good. Right, surely you get Josh Beveridge to box kick that, which is exactly what they've done. Kick down to Jack Anderson, who's taking on the full Joel Hands. Good option. No, why are you kicking it away? I mean, Oh, if you saw,
Say sorry.
if you,
It's too much.
Stace just said, "Oh, Brassy, I'll tell you what I wanted you to see was Johnny Reedy on the sideline there. It looked like he had a heart attack. Right, massively crucial line out in the scheme of things. You can get the ball in Caleb Harvilli's hand, which they can't. Missed line out, opportunity gone. That is a great tip. That is a 50-22. That is a White Star ball. That is White Star ball. That's a 50-22. No, that's a 50-22. Yep. Turn your flag around, which they've done. That was mercurial. There you go.
Fun fact. Do you want a fun fact?
Yeah.
The referees, touch judges' flags were a little bit worse for wear. Timmy Coleman took them all home and repaired them and brought them back looking brand new.
It's essentially, they're going to get Chuck Anthony Ellis and the dog. Oh, no, got Sione Lana-Tanisi. Just as good. Let's be honest. Going to get asked to use it, though. They're going the other way. Yep, just give it to Brussy. He's going to cut that up. There'll be a few of them. There's a great tackle from Gruff Thomas. Right, there's can't be long to go. Missed line out from Westport. Missed line out from Westport, followed by a beautiful 50-22 from Josh Beveridge. I'm picking that this is time. He's looking at his watch. Folks, that is the full game. That is it. You can tell what's happened is that White Stars won well and truly 1915 White Star. Good game. Good game. No one really took hold of the game at all, I don't think. Was there a standout player? No, I don't think there was. Was there some players that did what they needed to do? Absolutely. White Stars' front row in the first half was very good. Callum Lennon's talking to the referee. I'd just probably shake their hands and say you've won another senior shield, and how good's that? So the front row of White Star first half, very, very good. Ben Pratt, extremely good. And then outside of that role, Nielsen did what he needed to do. It's fine. Westport, who was the best? I feel like Gruff Thomas and Joel Hands were really good. Cody McCormick really helped when he came on. However, right, let's have a look. Scoring wise, for Westport, we had a penalty to Jack Anderson. We had a try to Gruff Thomas, and that was converted by Jack Anderson. And then we had a Chase McManaway try. All right. And then we had, so that would give me a bit of chirp down here, folks. That'll take them to 15 for sure. And for 15, so 2 tries, one to Gruff Thomas, one to Chase McManaway, the penalty and the conversion. And then for White Star, they had a try. They had tries to Stanley Reedy, Anthony Ellis. So there's 2 tries. And they had 1, 2, 3 penalties and a conversion. That take you to 19? No, just 3 penalties. Missed 2 conversions, I think, is what you'll find. Yeah, 2 tries, 3 penalties. All right. However, is that a reflection, 1915, a reflection of the game? Yeah, probably. Man of the match. Who we going with, Stace?
I didn't see any of the game.
Stace didn't see any of the game. Who do I think? Unsure. Maybe
I
you
was
can.
operating without a tripod,
Josh
if you
took-
couldn't tell.
Josh 2K was good in the first half, too. Gonna be honest. Yeah. Alright, folks. I think that'll do us. If you've been listening to me, if you've stuck with it, fair play to you.
Do you want to know how many viewers you have before you sign off?
Not at all. Yep, sure. How many viewers did I have before I sign off?
What's 72?
72.
69 now. Hooroo.